Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And the other day I did a video on this PB Swiss micro screwdriver. It has 3 interchangeable double-sided bits. And I just had some concerns about the design. From the pocket clip to the essentially very loose magnetic holding of the bit, especially if you've got a small end encountering the stack of magnets in there. And then the way that they were stored. You know, basically I have to push them down into here with a finger or something. And anyway, some people love this. Some people have concerns. I don't know. It just wasn't on the top of my PB Swiss appreciation list. But let me show you some of the ones that are. Now, I do have a PB Swiss mallet. I've got different wrenches. I've got PB Swiss picks. But I really like their screwdrivers. And maybe my standards were just too high from my experience with these other PB Swiss screwdrivers. And the two I want to bring to your attention now are these two. These are the PB Swiss Ratcheting Screwdrivers. And these use this ratcheting mechanism. In fact, this part right here is available. You can buy it separately with just a 1/4-inch hex shaft if you want to use it on something else. You can get it on a stubby if you want. A stubby with this giant thing sticking on the end, or these two, which are identical except for the length of that bit. So in some ways it's kind of like, you know, the snap-on, where I can have on their ratcheting screwdrivers, I can put in different tools. This one just a 9-inch bit holder, but the design of these is quite nice. It does have, you know, a nice palm swell in the center of this Santoprene handle. Santoprene is actually a kind of a cool material. It's a thermoplastic, but it's basically a polypropylene matrix with vulcanized rubber at kind of the microscopic level embedded in it, sort of like a synthetic alloy. And it just has a great feel in the hand, great thermal properties, you know, and chemical resistance. But it does seem to show dirt quite easily, but then I guess a lot of other tools do. Maybe because of those bright, you can see if one's a little newer than the other. But anyway, it has a good feel, whereas the snap-ons feel pretty rubbery. Even though I like this, these really do feel and operate, I think, better than the snap-ons. It's got about a 24-tooth ratchet here. I think the snap-on is like 28, if I count those out. The snap-on's mechanism, as nice as it is, it feels pretty clunky compared to the PB Swiss. And on the lockup, I've noticed on the PB Swiss there is a point you can get. This has got a little bit of play here. If I find that point, I can actually get it to lock up rock solid in the center. This one's a little persnickety. There we go. It is locked. Doesn't happen every time. This one locks up a lot easier. I mean, look at that. If I hold it, there's the extent of the wiggle right there. So if you want to be able to switch from a ratchet to a solid lockup, I mean, there is just nothing there compared to the snap-on. If I click that into the center position, you know, there is play there. And that's just a function of kind of the design. And on these, obviously, with the interchangeable part, I've got additional movement there, but that's quite a bit for what should be the equivalent of a fixed screwdriver. But anyway, the Santoprene handles feel great. The locking mechanism, nice, solid, very good clicking, whereas these, after a while, do start to, I mean, there's a lot of resistance. Sometimes that resistance makes you wonder which setting you're in, but I do like the snap-ons, but I do like this handle a lot better. Excellent execution of the screwdriver. They aren't light. I mean, they're a fairly light handle, but this is heavy, looks like stainless steel. I mean, they didn't really cut any corners, which shows in the price, because these things cost almost as much as a snap-on, or sometimes more. I haven't priced these recently. I bet the PB Swiss is more right now, if you could find one on Amazon. I checked and they aren't available. Neither one of these two is available on Amazon. But anyway, comparing to others, I mean, the Klein, this is like a $20 screwdriver, actually doesn't do too bad. bunch of play. Here's this is in the metric version, metric screwdriver. This is a Stahlville or Stahlvilla. In the SAE or fractional screwdriver version, it'd be a Stahlwilly. Again, a German company. This one, a lot less expensive. I'd say this is almost on par with the Snap-on in terms of the feel. And this one's got bit storage in the back. I'll be doing a video on that later, but I kind of like it, except it is an offset handle, so it becomes directional. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, PB Swiss makes some great stuff, and if you can get a hold of these, I think they are well worth it. It just the fit in the hand, the feel in the hand, the control, the indexing of the mechanism for ratcheting, just rock solid, just great design. So, you know, here's a kudos to PB Swiss. This is another one of my favorites. You know, with this bit carousel in the back in a small form. So, you know, you can easily store something this size with all these high-end bits. And occasionally I've noticed this guy here dropping down under $30. And it's got a bit carousel full of PB Swiss bits. But you have to keep an eye on it. It dips down. The price of these on Amazon seems to go up and down quite rapidly. And then, of course, anything that comes with the PB Swiss bits to me is worth it, because these guys are just the machining. They're serialized. That's kind of amazing. Serial number right there on the bit. But I love PB Swiss tools. This one just I wasn't as thrilled with, and so that's why I made the video. But a lot of people love it. These are some of the PB Swiss that I absolutely love. And with that, Doc out.